for Radio Nigeria. And as well, listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM News Update. Today is Friday, the 6th day of January 2023, and the time is 5 minutes past. The time is 6 o'clock. Martin Ifeanyi Chukwuekezie is my name. The headlines. Anambra police nab 6 robbers, recover vehicles. Man kills lover, sells heart, legs for 80,000 naira in Ogun. Presidency, not retirement home, says Obi, Labour Party presidential candidate. PVC collection moves to world level today, INEC. Ukraine dismisses Putin's Christmas ceasefire as hypocrisy. Now, the details. Anambra police nab 6 robbers, recover vehicles. The Anambra State Command has arrested a 6-man robbery gang terrorizing the Mbo Ogidi communities of Anambra State. The security operatives arrested the robbers while on surveillance patrol along the Ogidi Ekempo Road late on Wednesday. A statement by the command's spokesman, Tochukwu Ikenga, indicated that 2 automatic pump-action guns, 6 live cartridges, 1 suspected snatched black Toyota Camry, and 1 ash Toyota Corolla vehicle were recovered from the gang. Ikenga gave the names of the arrested suspects as Innocent Ifeanyi, male, 29 years, Nweze Chidera, male, aged 33 years, Igwe Emmanuel, male, aged 20 years, Kelechi Ame, male, aged 35 years, Chidera Nwobodo, male, aged 23 years, and Emeka Onoha, male, aged 30 years. He said the suspects were about to escape the scene after a car snatching and robbery operation before they were apprehended. Ikenga also added that earlier on the same day, the police operatives acting on credible information at Ogidi had also arrested 1 Emmanuel Nwosu, male, 48 years, Francis Obiano, male, 28 years, and John Philip, male, 31 years, and recovered a truck belonging to Dangote Group Limited. He said it had earlier been reported that the truck was snatched at gunpoint along Owerri Road, Onitsha, on Monday. The security operatives engaged the armed robbers in a gun duel, and due to superior gun power and serious chase by the police, the assailants were later arrested with gunshot injuries. All the suspects confessed to the crime. They are helping the police with more information, which serves as a guide to arrest other gang members and recovery of other stolen items. Further details shall be communicated as investigation are still ongoing, Ikenga added. Man kills lover, sells heart, legs for 80,000 naira in Ogun. Operatives of Ogun Police Command have arrested 1 Taiwo Olutufese Ajororun for allegedly killing and dismembering his 26-year-old lover, Oyidamola Adeyemi, in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. Taiwo was arrested alongside his wife, Salawa Onyenuse Ajororun, and 6 others, Lukman, Oladere, Kayode Ibrahim, Bello Akim, Alebiosun Adebayo, Fatai Rashid, and Fatai Jimo. The police spokesman in the state, Abimbola Oyeyemi, told newsmen in Abeokuta on Thursday that the suspects were arrested on Wednesday for kidnapping, killing, and dismembering the victim. According to him, the suspects were apprehended following a report along Obalande Divisional Headquarters in Ijebu-Ode by 1 Ojo Omorala. He said the complainant reported that her neighbor Adeyemi left home since morning of Wednesday, December 28, 2022, and didn't return home while her phone was switched off. Oyeyemi said the police advised the complainant to come back since it is not up to 24 hours yet. He said the next day, a patrol team from Obalende Division saw a dismembered body of a lady by the roadside, and the body was taken to a mortuary. Oyeyemi said, fortunately, the mortuary is a stone throw from the house of the deceased, and one of the mortuary workers who knew about the missing person called the attention of the deceased family to come and have a look at the body brought by the police. On getting there, the deceased friend, Ojo Omolola, was able to identify it through the bra and underwear she put on since her head was already chopped off. Having recognized the body, DPO of Balande Division, SP Murphy Salami, mobilized his crack detectives and embarked on a technical and intelligence-based investigation which led them to Taiwo Olutufese Ajoron, a herbalist in whose possession the deceased item phone was recovered. He was promptly arrested, and a search warrant was duly executed in his house, where a container full of human blood, later discovered to be that of the deceased, was recovered. His arrest led to the apprehension of his friend, Lukman Oladele, in whose house the legs of the deceased were also recovered. They both made confessional statements which led to the arrest of other suspects who are buyers of different parts of the victim's body. The police spokesman said during interrogation, Taiwo and Oladele confessed that the deceased was lured to Taiwo's house. Taiwo was said to be Adeyemi's lovers. Quoting the suspect, he said as soon as the victim entered, she was pinned down by both Taiwo and Olutufese and Lukman Oladele, and they subsequently strangled her. After killing her, they cut off her head, legs, and 2 hands, which they sold to their standby buyers to be used for money-making rituals, he added. Presidency, not retirement home, says Obi, Labour Party presidential candidate. The Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi said on Thursday that the country's topmost office was not a retirement home to be occupied by people in their 70s and above, but a place meant for young and agile people with a passion for the country's development. Obi, who said that he was the only young person among candidates of the 4 leading political parties in the February 25th election, said it was the turn of the Nigerian youth to take back the country by occupying the exalted office, and as well others. The Labour Party flag bearer who spoke in Adeleke during his campaign in Ekiti State harped on character, competence, commitment, and compulsion as necessary in the election, saying this election must be based on competence. We want people who are competent, who understand the problem of our country. Our people are dying of poverty. We want people that will fight poverty. The Labour Party government is going to fight poverty. I am committed to building a new Nigeria. Let nobody tell you it is his turn. I am not contesting based on turn. I am contesting as a Nigerian who is the most qualified, he declared, while canvassing Ekiti people's vote for him to emerge as the next president. He told the youth, it is not a retirement home. We want you to take power. Our government will be full of young people, youth, and women who want to give power. We want to give power back to you. The Labour Party government will secure and unite this country. Today, there is no security in the country. We want to secure and unite the country. Today, people are hungry in the country. There are no jobs. There are no jobs for our youth, he stated. Ekiti Labour Party chairman Odunnayo Okunade, in his speech, advised Ekiti voters against vote selling, saying, vote for who is competent, tested, and trustworthy to eradicate poverty, hunger, corruption, and insecurity in Nigeria. The Labour Party national chairman, Julius Abure, who thanked the party supporters for coming out en masse to support the party, urged them to vote for Obi in February 25th presidential election because he is reliable, dedicated, committed, and ready to fight for the survival of the youths and Nigerians. PVC collection moves to world level today. INEC. The Independent National Electoral Commission has said that the devolution of permanent voter card to the wards will commence on Friday. This was made known in a statement signed by the National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, on Thursday. The Commission noted that those who apply to replace lost, damaged, or defaced PVCs could collect their PVCs at the registration area wards during this period. According to the statement, the exercise will revert to the local government offices of the Commission on January 15th. INEC therefore urged validly registered voters yet to collect their PVC to seize the devolution opportunity to the wards to do so. The statement read, the devolution of PVC collection to the wards commences 6th January 20, and all valid registered voters who are yet to collect their PVCs are encouraged to seize the opportunity of the devolution to the wards to do so. After the 15th of January 2023, the exercise will revert to the local government offices of the Commission until 22nd January 2023. All eligible and valid registrants can collect their PVCs from 9 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. daily, including Saturdays and Sundays. All those that apply for the replacement of lost, damaged, or defaced PVCs can collect their PVCs at the registration area/wards during this period, and at the same time, the same thing applies to those that registered prior to the 2019 general election and are yet to collect their cards. The PVCs of those that applied for transfer are available for collection and in local governments and registration areas where they intend to vote, and not in the state or local government where they carried out the transfer. The Commission appreciates the patience and understanding of Nigerians who trooped to our various local government offices to collect their PVCs in making the cards available for collection. The Commission is also working to ensure that the process is simple and hitch-free for Nigerians. And now we move to the foreign scene. Ukraine dismisses Putin's Christmas ceasefire as hypocrisy. Russian President Vladimir Putin on Thursday ordered a 36-hour ceasefire in Ukraine to run during Orthodox Christmas, a move quickly dismissed by the war-battered Kyiv and its allies. Putin's directive to his troops was announced days after Moscow suffered its deadliest reported loss of the invasion, following 11 months of brutal combat, and as Ukraine's allies indicated that fresh military aid was on the way. Both nations celebrate Orthodox Christmas, and the Russian leaders' order came following ceasefire calls from Turkish President Recep Erdogan and Russia's spiritual leader Patriarch Kirill, a staunch Putin supporter. Taking into account the appeal of His Holiness Patriarch Kirill, I instructed the defense minister of the Russian Federation to introduce a ceasefire along the entire line of contact between the sides in Ukraine, says a Kremlin statement. It will run from 12 o'clock January 6th until on January 7th, the Kremlin said. Kyiv quickly denounced the move. Russia must leave the occupied territories. Only then will it have a temporary truce. Ukrainian President advisor Mikhailo Podolyak wrote on Twitter, "Keep hypocrisy to yourself." US President Joe Biden was equally dismissive of Putin's announcement. He was ready to bomb hospitals and nurseries and churches on December 25th, and on New Year's Day, he said, "I think he's trying to find some oxygen." And German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock wrote on Twitter, "A so-called ceasefire brings neither freedom nor security to people living in daily fear under Russian occupation. Russia occupies part of eastern and southern Ukraine after 11 months of fighting, but Kyiv has reclaimed swaths of its territory, and this week claimed a New Year's strike that killed scores of Moscow's troops. After votes that were intentionally branded as fascists, Russia annexed Donetsk, Lugansk, Zaporizhzhia, Kherson regions, despite not fully controlling them. Putin is open to dialogue with Ukraine if Kyiv recognizes the new territorial realities, said the Kremlin in a summary of his telephone conversation with Erdogan Thursday. The deadly Makivak strike came after months of discontent with Russia towards the military following a series of battlefield defeats and a hugely unpopular mobilization drive. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebona at 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anambra police nab 6 robbers, recover vehicles. Man kills lover, sells heart, legs for 80,000 naira in Ogun. Presidency, not retirement home, says Obi, Labour Party presidential candidate. PVC's collection moves to world level today. INEC. Ukraine dismisses Putin's Christmas ceasefire as hypocrisy. You just listened to Ebona the 103.5 FM news update. News produced and read by Martin Ifan Shuku Ekize. Thank you for listening to Ebona the 103.5 FM news update. Good evening once again.
Yes, you want to know you're listening to on the event you will listen abroad.